Hello. Now, as you all know, I'm not your usual type of streamer. I don't do things for any reason. I did buy the second game. Um, I haven't bought the DLC for this. I don't think. I don't think I. No, I don't. Oh no, I did. I bought the DLC for this as well, which is all very positive. Also, so I do have more. I bought number two somewhere. I can't remember where, but I got it. Um, but will I go and play? Oh, the DLC. DLC is good. DLC is good. Got to play that first. Do I want to immediately play more of as much as I love that, and I love the fact that I completed it, which is also great. Do I want to go and play more of the same type of game, or do I want to play a different game? Now, because I'm not your usual streamer, because I'm a variety streamer, I feel like I'm probably just going to play a different game, and I'll come back. I'll come back to Dishonored. Now, is that at the risk of losing some viewers? Probably not, because I've got a small group of you that you seem to come and watch me, watch and lurk whatever I do anyway, and that's very kind of you. And so I've got there's a few games I've got. In fact, all right, let's do, because I've got a couple of games I've been thinking of. Let's do a vote, right? Let's do a poll with anyone that's watching right now. How do I do a poll? Wait a minute. There's one game I've been enjoying a lot recently. And another game that I've been thinking about that I haven't played a lot, but I played a little bit, really enjoying it. And I quite like to do that in stream as well. But let me just go over here. We're going to go over there. Make a poll. Stream manager. There we go. Poll. Poll. Which one's the poll? Not that one. Not that one. This one. Poll. Okay. Do you trust Minty? That was the last poll. New poll. What game should I play next? If I could spell it right, or let me get the name of this one right. Because I do want to play. I want to keep playing through Dishonored, but I'm just not the type of chap to keep playing the same type of game for a long period of time, because I will get bored. I do have some kind of problem. All right, we got that. There we go. I'll let this poll run for 10 minutes because I'm going to go and have a little break. Allow additional votes. There we go. Start poll. Starting poll now. There you go. I'll be right back. You're right, I didn't make Dishonored an option. That is completely true. Okay. We've got 2 votes. 2-0. Dan and Dan's, it's okay if you don't know the games. You can always vote, just for anarchy's sake. Not that it's going to sway anything at this moment in time. Stationeers. So I'll go over the game. Stationeers, I've really been enjoying. It's a bit of a brutal survival game. Highly, well, as realistic as it gets, I think. survival in space. The Riftbreaker is more of a kind of a third. Stationeers is first player, first person. Riftbreaker's third person. Base building game, also science fiction game. I've been enjoying Stationeers because it reminds me of Space Engineers somewhat, but even more realistic with the mechanics in the game, like the physics, the kind of the dynamics of fluid, the dynamics of gases, and things like that. It also has its own the ability to program in the game as well. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It is a pretty cool game. It's made by Rocketworks, who are the same people that made Icarus. I have to say that I have tried to play Icarus as a solo player, and I just don't click with Icarus. It is a bit of a grind. I think it might be better with more players. But Stationeers has been out for a while, but they are still updating it. They brought fluids into the game, more fluid, in-game fluid mechanics. So I think they're still, making content for the game, which is cool. But yeah, I think it's probably better because you'll enjoy watching me struggle. But at least I have had some experience in the game. I've been playing a playthrough off stream for a while just to learn some mechanics. So let's do that. Let's do that. What Mir? What do you want to say to Keen about Space Engineers? How is it? How did Sal find playing Space Engineers after so long? I'm interested to hear what your feedback is. Okay, let's just go over here. Let's just shut some things down. Sal seemed unenthused after the new pirate NPCs almost immediately started shooting at her. Oh, really? Really? All right, let's... And you weren't able to turn off NPCs? How is it? But how's the game as a whole? How is the game as a whole after, 10 years? You found it painful after the game loaded an asteroid into it in front of me and your ship disintegrated. Oh, okay. Wow. That doesn't sound great. That doesn't sound conducive to a good time. All right, here we are. This is Stationeers. The character models are a bit funky. Don't get me wrong. Let's have a look at the choices we've got in playing a game. I've got my load world here. That's Moon third time rescued. That's because I rescued my save file because I deleted it. But let's start. Let's turn down the audio somewhat. There, that sounds about right. You did turn the NPCs off after a restart, but getting started seemed really tedious and slow. Well, you're in for some tedious and slow starts in this game. All right, Stationeers won. 3 votes for Stationeers. Wonderful. Thank you very much for that. I appreciate that. Anyway, a space start. Okay, yeah. I'll get back to Space Engineers someday, I think. I have to, really. It was the first, the kind of first kind of big, interesting kind of mechanics PC game I played. Right, so there's a number of different starts to this game. There's the Moon, Mars, Europa, Mimas. I don't know where that is. That's a moon of something, isn't it? It looks like a moon. There you go, under the wing of Saturn's spectacular rings. Vulcan. Oh, it's a somewhere circling a black hole. There's an asteroid belt, and there's Venus as well. Right, so there's extreme, there's challenging, there's extreme, there's intermediate, there's challenging, there's intermediate, and there's beginner. All right. Now this is where I think I'll probably start. Dust storm event, Sol transit sky every 20 minutes at 78 degrees. 88 degrees here, which is good. Orbit Sol every 20.3 minutes. Orbit Sol every 2.3 weeks. So, right. And you can see here we've got different pressures. Pressure's a big thing in this game. Temperatures, of course. Gravity. Gravity is 38% of Earth. Gravity is 17% of Earth. Yeah, right, okay. So it's quite interesting, but it is a difficult game. So let's start. It has no atmosphere. This has an atmosphere. What's Europa's orbiting Jupiter? Snowstorm events. Wow. All right, so we'll go there, right? And we're going to make it. Easy or normal start? Now I did start easy from our other game, but let's do a normal start, I think. Let's try that. And then you start with a number of supplies, standard start or brutal start. We're not going to do the brutal start. That would just be crazy. So we do start with a supply of oxygen, fuel, and water. And then there's other supplies in here. You can see we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 boxes of supplies, like construction to start your base, electrical, that gives us power, power start. Are Stationeers and Stationeers in the same series of games, though they're made by different people? I love all these kind of games. You know, I want to purchase Stationeers as well, because I do like the look of that one. I think Stationeers is the most real. You know, has the most realism out of them all, and is the most difficult. All right, we're going to lander here. All right, we're going to call this. This is the stream. This is streaming moon, and we'll start that. All right, here we go. I like this game. 0 days have passed, and your character has survived for has survived for 0 days without dying. Here we are. Now, we'll just pause for a second and let's just think about what's going on. Let's move that over there. Put a little glass of red wine or white wine. Lovely. All right, there's my landing capsule. Here's my supplies, and here's the moon, and around, and there's the sun. Hello. And there's the Earth, hello. And I've got my torch on. I'll put my torch off because the sun is out and it's giving us a bit of light. And what we'll see around the place is ores. as you would get in the moon, you know. In fact, before I go on any further, is my voice a bit loud or is it okay? I've got a feeling it's a bit loud, but maybe I'll just move my microphone a little bit further away. I watched a film last night called Moon. I've been meaning to watch it for a while. It's starring Sam Rockwell, and it was very good. I do love a good science fiction movie, and this one was a very good. I would recommend you watch it if you're into sci-fi. This game, Stationeers, is probably based more around the premise of the film The Martian, which I know is a book before it was a film, but I haven't read the book, I've only watched the film. And we're trying to basically survive for as long as possible. I think what you can also do in this game is you can eventually build a rocket, much like Factorio, I guess. And I have the ability, and I don't know why you do this, but I have the ability of rocketing off to another kind of one of the other starts, like Mars or Europa or wherever. Why you would do that and not just rocket back to Earth, I don't know. But let's just get our whereabouts. So we've got hunger. We've got hunger down here. We've got thirst. We've got internal things like pressure, because we're wearing a suit at the moment. Pressure and temperature. We do have a jetpack as well. And then there's external temperature and pressure also. So first things first, we've got to be aware that I've got limited oxygen, limited water, and we've got a fuel canister here as well. We have different things like our helmet, our suit. If you look at helmet, we can put the light on, which is that one there. Our suit gives us things like the oxygen canister. This is the waste canister for CO2 that we breathe. We have a battery cell, and we've got 3 CO2 filters. The backpack, which is also the jetpack, basic jetpack, it's got some space as well. We've got a mining belt, a little tablet, which we can use different kind of cartridges in to do different things. We've got some flares and a portable solar panel to power up smaller batteries as well. Our belt has got tools like the wrench, crowbar, drill, etc. A little bit of cabling, electrical cabling. And we've also got the mining belt here, which has got a mining drill and a pickaxe. All right, so it is pretty in depth. So let's just shut all these down. We don't need them at the moment. We don't need that either. So we want to worry about basically establishing a base, having a quick look around where we want to build. It doesn't really matter. The moon's quite, quite nothing. But I think there's a number of things we want to keep in mind. Is the space that we have, the limited, because we can open these up. We can have a little look at what we've got. Like that's the survival supplies. So that's got some food, flare gun, a road flare. I don't know what a road flare is. Water bottles and some cereal bars that'll keep us going. In the meantime, hydroponics, which we're not going to be using for a while. We need the right kind of atmosphere to start growing plants. Construction supplies is the one we're going to be utilizing first. So we can unfasten this with our wrench. And the other cool thing about this game is that it does emulate the atmospheres quite well. For example, if you are working outside, and you build a generator or something like that, something that creates a lot of noise, you can't actually hear it because there's no atmosphere. But if you start building these things inside a construction that you make and then actually create an atmosphere inside there, you can start to hear the sounds of the machinery, which is pretty cool. But we're going to start by removing all of these boxes here. We're going to build. I think we'll build. Oh, that's a large crater. I don't think we'll build in a crater. Do we build up on a little? I don't mind this area here. We might mine out that. I don't want to build on top of where we have ore. This might be where we build here. I don't want to build too far away either. I want to dump these things so I've got them to hand. We could take off. Where's our jetpack? I've forgotten J. There we go. We could have a little scout around. Maybe over here is a good area. This area here. That's quite an expansive area. All right, let's see. Yeah, we'll start up here. Yeah, it's not too far away from everything. All right, let's go and grab our construction supplies box. So if we get a wrench out, where's our wrench? There. Take that to that hand. Which one's construction? That's survival, hydroponics, construction supplies. So we'll disconnect that. Whoa. Calm down. We'll grab that. We'll just fly over. Where did I say I was going to make it? I've already forgotten. It was over here, wasn't it? Yeah. Yeah, it was over here. And let's dump our construction supplies box down here. We'll open that up. Beautiful. Now, switch off the backpack. We want to get what we got. So we've got iron sheets, iron walls. We've already got a couple of kits that we can make a furnace from and an auto lathe on. The auto lathe is one of the first kind of, let's call it a crafting table for want of a better bit of word. Iron frames is what we want to. We got 30 there, so we got 45 iron frames. So if we take them and we build how can't go. Yeah, I guess we could build up a little bit. There's obviously a world grid here. I wouldn't mind starting a little bit lower, but that's too low. That's underground. There, that might be good here. And then we can build up from there. Yeah. All right, let's use this expanse here. So if we build 4 across, well, we had 45 frames. So 4 across, and how many deep shall we make that? We want to start off not too big. We need to decide what kind of machinery we want to put inside as opposed to outside, because I discovered with one of my playthroughs I was trying to make everything inside. It got very crowded very fast, and you don't need to have your machinery inside. All right, there we go. We use 20 of our iron frames there. I've lost my mind. Where's my thing? It's over here. Off we go. Let's try and keep tidy, you know. Put that back. Now we need iron sheets. We've got 50. We have 100 iron sheets altogether. We need 2 sheets to build each of these. So we need the welding torch. Let's put the duct tape in there because we don't really need that yet. We need the welding torch. Stick that there. Stick that on. And then we need to weld these up. Beautiful. Alright, this will take just a little bit to get this together, and then we need to wall this in. And then, because we're not going to be making atmosphere in this building very quickly. So we don't need an airlock yet. We do have all the equipment to make an airlock. Luckily they've given it to us in the start. The brutal start would be, oh, exactly as it says in the box, brutal. But yeah, as long as they keep, I mean, the game as it stands at the moment is probably good enough to enjoy. I'm looking at the external temperatures at the moment, and we're getting temperatures of over 2,000 degrees, which I don't quite understand. And those things here, they show you gases. That shows you the direction of gases. Things might be hot because I'm doing some welding. If I switch that off, we're back down to nil temperature. Very good. So, and it also gives you helper hints up here, which is quite good. Kind of gives you the kind of the order of a suggested order of things to do, which is pretty cool. Build a basic power setup. That basically talks about making a solid fuel generator and some solar panels. The solid fuel generator takes coal. It eats coal like there's no tomorrow. So you got to be aware that you need to have a lot of coal in order to keep that running. Solar panels that we've been provided with aren't very powerful. They don't do us a great deal of work, but we've done the first one there, and that's build at least a 2x3 platform with frames. So we've done that. Now we want to create a room with a door. And we can create size greater than 6 grids and any of the following doors: glass door, composite door, or manual hatch. If we have a look at the other good thing that's in this game is the Stationpedia. It's really cool. It gives you a bunch of guides. Yeah, they're not comprehensive by any means, but there's a good little search bar. So if I go door, you can see here there's a whole bunch of doors that you can make, which is pretty cool. So we can use either a glass door or a composite door. So they're rated to a certain amount of pressure. I don't know why I'd have that much pressure. Or what was the other door? It said glass door. Glass door, composite door, a manual hatch. So a manual hatch looks like that. I'm not into. Now I guess the good thing about, oh, look at that, it can be welded shut, is that you won't need power to open this door. It's a manual turning mechanism. Might be quite slow though to open. Before I've gone for just for the glass door. That one there, that seems to be the best. We do have that in one of our kits, one of our boxes. So if we go and look what we got here, we've got to keep our eye on our vitals and keep our eye on our battery here. We're going to need to set up some kind of generator quickly enough to make sure we don't run out of battery power. Although I think one of these, and not airlock supplies. Let's have a quick look at airlock supplies. That's got vents, pipes, sensors, consoles. There's a door kit. So there's your 2 doors. So we can use one of those doors at the moment. Survival supply, yeah, we looked at that before. Let's grab this. Let's firstly go away and keep good good housekeeping, put our sheets back in the box. There we go. And then we'll get a wrench. There's a wrench there. Take that off. Grab you. We can take this a bit closer. Bring it over here. Dump you there. Bring this a bit closer as well. And down. Beautiful. Alright, lovely. So, door-wise, let's make this the front. And then we'll wall off the rest of it. I'll show you what the kind of construction is like here. So if we grab iron walls, how many iron? We've got 30 iron walls. Another 30 iron, so we get 60 iron walls. That's pretty cool. Now, I've got to remember the right way of doing this. If I get this right, there's an inside and an outside to a wall. I think that is the outside. If I just build that there like that. Actually, what we wanted to do there, no, stop a minute. What do we need to, I can't remember what tool it is. We need angle grinder is required to deconstruct. So angle grinder. So I do like the way you can deconstruct and get all of your tools back. If you see here, we can actually mouse wheel through this, and it gives you 4 different wall types, which is just look and feel, and also a window. And I think okay, so if we built those are the walls, then we need to build a roof as well. So I don't think it really matters which way we build the windows. If we do windows for the roof, which is preferable, we're using quite a lot of our supply at the moment. And if you were just away for an ad break, my apologies. But we've just built this frame, this kind of room frame here. If we can just grab a little bit more of iron walls. We're using windows. You'll see more so when I've fleshed it out. Window there, window there, window there, and a window there. Okay, so here we have a couple of walls here, mostly windows though, because it's nice to get some light into the room when the sun is up instead of having to use electrical lighting whilst you're in there. So if we now take, some of these are going to require iron sheeting to complete, and others are going to require glass sheets to complete. So if I'm right in saying the windows are all glass sheets, you need oh no, firstly you need iron sheets for everything. Okay, that's fine. Use up these ones. So there's several steps to the build, several stages, and that's the same for machines as well. There's several stages to a build that require different tools, that require different materials. There we go. We've got 2 of these left. Hopefully we've got enough to build this room, because it will be a disaster if I've made this room too big to start with. I really should have worked out what materials I had. But that's okay, even if we run out of materials, we can still build some machinery without having the actual room. So we've still got 50 iron sheets here. There we go. I think we'll have enough. There's 20 on top and the roof. There we go, yeah. And then as soon as we've made them, and when we get the auto lathe generator and auto lathe set up, we can start, you know, mining for some resources and actually creating some of these basic materials. Oops, get that one there. Lovely. I'm sure I saw Discount Engineer playing this game. I know he was big into Stormworks as well, which is another kind of building and functional mechanisms type of game. Right, so we've got 23 iron sheets left. We'll take our glass sheets now, which we've got how many of? 50. So we should have enough here. And there's your window. Beautiful. Right, we've survived 1 day without dying so far. Our thirst is going down, but that's okay. We've got plenty of water supplies for the time being. See, there's some lines in here. These ones are, for some reason, are vertical and those other ones are horizontal. I don't know why. Looks good though. And if we go here, and then on top, I don't think we can walk over these yet, can we? Nope, we fall through, but we'll just do it from underneath. Beautiful. And as soon as we get a door onto this, we have a room. And that is another little quest finished. Beautiful. Right, I think that's the whole roof now. It's all those ones. It's all those ones. Let's just have a quick look. We come down here, yeah. Looking good. Turn the light off. Conserve some power. Yeah. All right, that's looking nice. Now we can grab a door. Put these glass sheets back. If we grab a door, where are the doors? There we go. So we grab one door kit. We can go like this. Now we want power. You can see there we've got 2 different things here. We'll go inside. We'll flip it around. You can see we've got 2 connections at the bottom there. One is a power connection, one is a data connection. So all the data connections do is they give you the ability to hook nearly anything up to a computer or to some logic circuitry to control it or automate it or program it to do what you want to do. I have not delved into the programming in this game yet. I've barely delved into the logic circuitry as well. So there's a lot to learn. Okay, so let's build this one here. And to finish this door off, we need, what do we need? Welding torch and one plastic sheet. So welding torch, one plastic sheet. They are here. Be good if I switch the welding torch on. There we go. And then a crowbar and 2 glass sheets to finish the construction off. Crowbar, 2 glass sheets, and then you'll see, there you go, we have completed our other build a room with a door. So we have a little building now, which is quite exciting. Now you can see we're trapped because we have no power, but we can utilize the crowbar to force the door open whilst we've got no power. Now, this room we will eventually want to be filling with some atmosphere. This will be our kind of starting base. What was that? Oh wow. You hear that? That's my. It's quite a noise. ASMR, AMSR, ASMR. I don't know what it is. It's me just feeling my Ghostbusters logo on my shirt. So we'll be wanting to fill this room with, well, oxygen certainly, but maybe an oxygen and nitrogen mix. There's a number of different. If we just take a quick pause, and it's good from the Stationpedia, which is pretty good. You can actually pause the game from within here if you want to do some research. If we look at atmospherics, we can see there is a number of filters, and we can look at there's a number of different gases. We've got carbon dioxide, of course. We've got oxygen. We have got volatiles, pollutants, water, nitrous oxide and nitrogen. Nitrous oxide, of course, is laughing gas, which we could just be huffing that down and having the best old time on the moon. But the one we're most interested in is oxygen to breathe, but we don't need 100% oxygen. I think it's I can't remember where it tells you. It might be in the guide. Does it have a... See, it doesn't have a guide. Well, that's what's interesting. It doesn't have a guide to atmospherics. Straight away. Eva suits, I don't think. No, that just talks about my suit. You can see there's still some placeholder kind of code in some of the text, which I'd love them to update. So you get some information. You do have to wade through the kind of in-game encyclopedia. And what I was told before I started playing this game is you will need to watch YouTube videos and tutorials, etc., etc., etc. I have tried to do as little of that as possible. I'm not going to say I haven't looked at some here and there, but I've tried to do it as little as possible. So it tells you here about your space suit, and it's got a portable atmosphere with adjustable pressure and air conditioning temperature settings. So what you could probably look at doing here is looking at the pressure. Pressure should be set to 50 to 100 kilopascals, which is a half to 1 Earth atmospheres. humans in game tolerate up to 250 kilopascals and can survive up to 300 kilopascals. So that's quite a heavy atmosphere. What that is saying to me straight away is that I could probably reduce the amount, because my target...
Hydration critical.
Oh, hydration's critical. Let me get some water. If we look in our pockets, we can find a little water canister. We could just drink some of that. Oh no, we can't do it. Oh, that's right. So, this is interesting. So the easy start gives away some of the realism and lets you drink and eat without opening your helmet. But this normal start, I need to open my helmet to eat. So that could be a bit of a problem. We might have to do this very quickly. I don't know if you've watched Total Recall, the original Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, but I remember when he opened his or got ejected into Mars's atmosphere, his head expanded and his eyeballs expanded. But it happened over time. And I also remember, I seem to remember, of course, none of these movies are rooted in realism. In one of the Guardians of the Galaxy, Star-Lord, he went out into somewhere with no atmosphere and started to freeze, I think. I don't know what would actually happen if you just popped your helmet open on the moon. Let's find out what this game is, because I need to have a drink. Whatever we do, so we're going to open our helmet. We need to unlock our helmet first. Unlock. We're going to open and we're going to quickly drink.
Pressure critical. Oxygen critical.
Yep. There we go. We managed to quickly have a drink there. But we did put ourselves in some danger in doing so. We will have to have a bite to eat at some point as well. No, stop it. Right, lock the helmet. Lock the helmet. Okay, done. Close that down. So I want to turn down my pressure. I'm going to turn this right down to, because I think turning my, let's just do a test. All right. If we turn this down to 60, let's say it's 60. Kilopascals of pressure in the suit. Does that reduce our oxygen intake? If we look at our oxygen intake here at the moment, it's kind of ticking down one digit a second or a little bit quicker. If we take our pressure up, back up to 100, or it was actually 101 for some reason. Does that use their oxygen quicker? Yeah, what's the difference there? What is the difference? So there you go. It tells you actually what a breathable gas mix is, either pure oxygen or a nitrogen oxygen mix, 65 to 35 ratio. And your battery, yeah, that's your life support. It powers your air conditioning and your suit and your lights. And this is obviously filtering out the carbon dioxide. Filters, you can patch the suit using the duct tape. The default filter is a carbon dioxide filter which captures the gas. If you're not using 100% oxygen, add additional filters. If you mix 25% oxygen and 75% nitrogen, the nitrogen will accumulate in your suit over time and suffocate you unless you have a nitrogen filter. Use the flush function in your space helmet if you're still having problems. Okay. Alright. Pressure up, down. Temperature up, down. I'm guessing if you take the pressure down, it might use up your battery a little less. That's probably what it does. Let's do that then. Let's just bring the pressure down to 60. If we don't need it to be up to 100, then that's fine. Let's bring it down to 60. That might conserve some battery power. We'll bring our temperature down to 19. That's fine. I'm happy to do that. Okay. So something else I found out was that when you build the generator, and you burn coal for the generator to make power, that produces a great deal of carbon dioxide. And I originally had the generator inside my base, and so when I was trying to actually fill it with oxygen, I just found the carbon dioxide was filling up way too quickly, and I worked out eventually it was from the generator. So I put my generator outside. But in saying that, we do want a supply of carbon dioxide eventually for planting plants, to grow our plants, and then those plants will then be the producers of oxygen, because the only way I've got of creating oxygen before that is melting oxide ice, and the oxide ice that creates oxygen and also some nitrogen as well, I think. So what I've discovered that I haven't been doing in my own playthroughs, I need to store some of these gases. I've been ejecting all these gases into the moon's atmosphere, and off they go. But I think that's a big waste. We want to try and conserve as much of this stuff as possible. But to do that, we will need some gas tanks or gas canisters to store this, and that's not something we can do straight away. So I'll still be putting my generator on the outside, and generally I put it at the back of the base around here. We should build a little platform out the back. Got to look at my food as well. Luckily you do get warnings for things. So we'll grab another pile of iron frames, and we'll just build a little platform out the back here. 1, 2, maybe we'll go 3, 4 like that. I should have brought the sheets as well. That's okay. We'll put them there. Sheets. Do we need the welding torch? So that means we'll keep the soot open. We'll put it up here. My camera is blocking some of this stuff here. Let's move my camera then. Let's move that up here. It doesn't block all that stuff there. Now, if anyone else in chat knows this game, feel free to give hints and tips. I don't mind a bit of backseating on this game at all. Alright, welding torch. So we need our tool belt open, and welding torch in that hand, and switch her on. There we go, we've got a little platform. Beautiful. What we're going to immediately set up here is our portable solar panel. So stick that away. Stick that down here. Yeah, that should catch the sun right there. Where did it go? What's in my hand still? There you go, little buddy. That'll take batteries. I don't know if it takes large batteries. Let's just check it. Does it? Oh, it does as well. That's good to know. I thought it only... I thought it only did... Oh, thank you, Avon Avenirchik. I need to change my game. I completed the game. I completed Dishonored earlier. And I never changed my game. So let me just pause this. That was a good shout out there. Let's go title. This isn't Dishonored. Minty Moon, I'll call this. We completed Dishonored. So we are now in the moon. That makes sense. I'm sorry if you came here, Avon, I'll just call you for short. If for Dishonored, I didn't mean to mislead you. I did mean to change my game to make another chapter. We're playing Stationeers. The portable charger charges slower than you use in the suit, even with the lights off. It's totally useless. I love the way... Did you come in here looking for Dishonored? Because if you did, I'm really impressed that you immediately know that much about Stationeers. That's pretty cool. Let me just change that. Alright, my stream info has updated now. Thank you. I'd say it's the portable... Oh, you never played Dishonored. Fair enough. I think the portable... Where did it go? Oh, it's still in my hand. Why am I thought I put it down. It's good for the small batteries. It works for the small batteries, especially if you, like I have in my first ever playthrough this, have respawned so many times that you've got 6 of them in a row. You just had a feeling that a PlayStation is. I like that. Well, that's just some a gut feeling there. Quite impressive. Yeah, this is not something I want to rely on. I just want to get it out of my inventory. Right. What? Stop it. I want to make my generator here. So what we need to do is go and tidy up. Get rid of these. Oh, there's my character, by the way, just in case anyone knows. He's a stumpy little thing. And he does this. He's real good backstretch. My power's low. Oh gosh. What's my power at? It's not low. The power low goes off at 50%. It's okay. No one panic. Now there are batteries, other batteries around. They're in one of these other boxes somewhere. I can't remember where, but that's fine. We don't need any of this stuff right now, so we'll shut that case. We want to take... Oh, wait a minute. We did. We need another box from over here. We need... Not that one. Electrical supplies, that's what we need. Where's my wrench? Pop that out. Pop that back. Take this over here. I'll just come dump this at the front door. I'll do it. We want... I haven't tried the portable generator. We want the solid generator. I just stuck on when you die 6 times. Why because I'm not paying attention? Well, one of them was definitely from a furnace explosion. One of them was from an oxygen canister explosion. Others are that I've probably starved. Oh no, run out of oxygen a number of times. Yeah. So, don't judge me. Don't judge me. The explosions are fantastic. Don't tempt me. Not that I try and do explosions on purpose, but they are fantastic. All right, so we want to get this up and running. We'll stick it right here. Yeah. So there's your generator. It comes pre-built. Doesn't even need another phase of building. It just says I'm here. I'm built. So what we're going to do is we're going to run some wire. We're going to run some wire straight into the base. Because I am going to build. I'm going to build some stuff in the base, but we do also want to get this hooked up to the door. So we'll just run our wire. We've got plenty of cable. We've got 50 cables. I wish there was a way to run a quick key that you could just go like that and hold it, and maybe even just hold it and walk along and build it. But no, you've got to click separately for everyone, unfortunately. So if we can take that down to here. Oh, look at that. Is that lined right up? No, it's not. It's just out. We'll do that, that, and that. All right, so we're hooked up to the door. What we want to do is actually, we generally don't want this type of cable coming straight out of our power generator because it's giving a much larger wattage than this cable can handle. If we have a quick look at cable, you can see there's this heavy cable also, but you can stick a fuse in. The fuse is quite handy because if you have a larger electrical network and you have a number of things, I guess, supplying power and you're using the wrong type of cable, the cable can burn out and you don't necessarily know where it burns out. What was your first explosion, Evan? I've only been playing this game for a few weeks. Only recently purchased it after, ogling it for a long time. Now let's have a look. Cable. So cable coil, maximum wattage of 5 kilowatts. So not a lot. The heavy cable coils up to 100 kilowatts. So you had your starting shack with atmosphere plants. Yeah, good. Generator, and then so the solid generator. So the solid generator outputs, it doesn't say, 20 kilowatts of power. It outputs its maximum power. It will output much more power than your regular cable coil can handle. Yeah, well, we're going to be utilizing this for the time being. And to make the airlock work faster, I was pumping the air into the canister. Oh no. I need to quickly get what's in there. Oh, we got more cable here. Solar panel. Oh, we got more batteries as well. Oh, we're fine at the moment then. This is what we want. We want the area power controller. So the area power controller, for want of a better term, APC. Area power control. I can't remember the difference between the two of these. What is the difference between the two of them? There's no difference, is there? No, I'm not quite sure. 3 main functions. Regulates power flow. And it creates subnetworks. The pressure in the canister was very slowly increasing with every use of the airlock. Oh no. That's so good. There's so many things that can go wrong in this game. I do like it. There's a lot of challenges. So this is saying, so devices in the far side of the APC are visible on the main network, and it also charges batteries. Plus, so the APC requires a battery to stabilize power draw. It also has 2 variants, each allowing power to flow in one direction only. Is that what the 2 variants are? How do you even see what variants what in this? No idea. No idea. Anyway, we're gonna stick this. Put that back there. Give us this. We'll stick this right here. Yeah. We'll stick it right there. That'll do. And we can open it up with this. And a battery can go in there. So what we'll do, well, we let's just keep an eye on that battery. We're at 37%. Since then, you always connect the back pressure regulator to that system. I haven't used the back pressure regulator yet. I had my airlock set up my other non-stream save without the need for that, but I'm a simple man, I don't know much yet. Let us go and get some coal. We need a lot of coal in this game. For the start, anyway. For the start. Put you in there. Put you away. I'm going to change belts. Now we can see we've got our mining belt. The mining tool. Stick that there. Alright, so we need to go and find some coal. Hopefully there's some relatively close by. This looks like it will... What's this? This looks like it could be coal. Yes, lovely. That's a nice little patch. Oh! No, that's not coal, but there is coal over there as well. That's a good little patch of coal. Oh! Oh, plenty of coal around. Alright, cool. I've lost my base already. Where is it? There. Okay. Moon coal seems a little far-fetched. Hello, Almond. Your favourite aspect of this game is just being able to jerry-rig everything when things go wrong. There's always something you can do. Yeah, there is. You know, there's things that are right. No, there's no right or wrong way. Well, there is a wrong way, but there's multiple right ways of doing things. Maybe for this game. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. All right, let's just start getting some coal. Coal on the moon. Have you ever been to the moon, Mir? I mean, who's not to say that the moon's just got coal everywhere? I'm just going to dig a large hole here, I think. Just keep going. There is a cartridge for the scanner you can utilize that shows you where the patches of ore are. The basic cartridge just shows you the patches, doesn't tell you what the ore is. There's a more advanced cartridge that I haven't been able to, that you have to use more super alloys to make. I know you said there was coal here, but I think it was just remnant data. Coal this way. I think you're just reading this coal over here. Oh, there we go. Let's just grab as much as we can. Might as well while we're here. No point in, you know, doing things by half measure. Because we can just keep all of this in the mining belt for the time being. But it'd be nice to get a few stacks of coal, because a stack of coal, 50 coal, does not last that long, because as the encyclopedia says, you utilize, it outputs the power from the generator no matter if you're using it. So I mean, unless you diligently switch off the generator when you're not utilizing everything, which would be a good idea probably. You're playing Nightingale Man Away. That's a great game. I bought that not that long ago, and I have to say, it is such a stylistic game. It's got great style. It's got a good look. I just buy too many games. That's my problem. I buy too many games, and then I enjoy a game, then I go, this another game looks good. Like some kind of magpie. shiny things. But Nightingale, yeah, very good game. Some good. I think there's good building opportunities in that game. You can build some nice bases. Again, another game in early access. Continuing development. I mean, what game's not? What game is not these days? How's our hunger? We're all right. How's our battery? We're okay. No one. There's no need to panic. Just seeing if there's any more coal there. Right, what we got? We don't even have 2 stacks yet. We might as well grab this gold and stuff that's around here and stop avoiding it. What's that? Lead. So close to base. That's interesting. On my other save file, finding lead was an absolute pain in the butt cheek. So just give us that while I'm here. I do like, you know, if there is a patch and I don't need everything, I like leaving a little bit of it revealed so I can see with my eyeballs that there's more ore there. Right, the sun's coming up. Just a little bit more coal. Just a little bit more. And as soon as we get back, we'll change our batteries and have a bite to eat. Because the ore veins tend not to be huge in this game, unfortunately. I mean, I don't know. I haven't dug down too far. I did find a hole in my other save file that I went down that went down quite far, and there was lava at the bottom. So I don't know. Is lava on the moon unrealistic, Mir? I think without these resources, we wouldn't have a game. Let's rewatch The Martian. How did you do it? Did you not have coal and iron and lead and copper and everything? Right, no more there. Right, we made a bit of a mess there. There's a little bit more over here. I don't want to drain resources too quickly. They're so close to my base, but let's just do that. I think we can switch off our light, save a little bit of battery power. No, switch the light back on. I like it. I like the light. I don't care about battery power. I also want to get to the heavier mining drill as fast as possible because apparently it's quite good. And I'd like to, you know, get around to actually styling some landscape, doing some terraforming that actually means something. Because you could, if you get good at the terraforming, you could be a bit of a sculptor. Because there's 2 settings. There's another setting to this. You can set it to flatten. So if I'm standing, say I'm standing here, and I set it to flatten, it will only mine to the level that I'm standing on. So you could mine out, for instance, have a look, a big flat area. So there is a way of utilizing this to kind of sculpt a little bit more, but that's not really my biggest concern at the moment. My biggest concern is just living. Right, we're at 17% battery power in our suit, so I think we better go, unless I can reveal one more bit of coal here. Oh, there's a bit there. We'll leave that there like that. We've got 3 and a bit stacks, and there's another bit sticking its little head out there. Alright, let's go. Let's go. Need some more cheese deposits. That would be so helpful. That would be so helpful, I tell you. Right, off we go. Shut that down. Right, like that. Right, what we said, 15%. 21% food. Okay, coming down. Alright, let's change our battery, shall we? Grab one of these. Swap that with And then what we can do is we can take this, stick it in the APC, and we can charge that up when we whack some coal in there. But before we whack any coal in there, let's get the solar panels. They're not great, to be absolutely honest. But we might as well. Whoa, that was a large jump. We'll stick the solar panels on top here. There's only one? I thought there was more than one solar panel. Stick that there. Was there more than one? Maybe not. No. No. Oh, there's also a battery charger, which is pretty decent. If we put that somewhere along here. Yeah, we'll just put it right there. That gives us the opportunity to charge some more batteries. Put that back. Change our belt. Need to eat some food in a minute. Light some cable. Cable there, and wire cutter here. Actually, before we do the wire cutting, let's just close this off. We need to switch this on soon, but close it at the moment. And then we'll connect this battery charger up. If you hold your wire cutter in hand, you can blend wires. And you'll see what I mean in just a second. So we've got a curved wire there, a curved wire here, and then we want, well, see, without my wire cutter in hand, if I put that away, and I try and merging a wire requires your cutters in another hand. I mean, you can certainly build a wire without your wire cutters, but if you want to merge them, you need to have your wire cutter in hand. So we go there, like this, merge. That doesn't really matter which way we do it. Like that. So that creates it like that. Beautiful. And the final thing we want to do is grab our auto lathe. Where is the auto lathe? That's in the starting. Yeah, it's over here. What's that? That's the arc furnace. I guess, yeah, we need both the auto lathe and the arc furnace. Now, the arc furnace creates heat. Not a significant amount of heat, but it does create heat. So we want to utilize our space as well as possible. Alright, let's go and grab. Oh, where is it? Not that. Go and grab the arc furnace as well. So we want the auto lathe. Probably the auto lathe, yes. So the machinery is quite big. It's quite big. And you can see the input there on the left, the output on the right. You can set up. In fact, actually, let's have a quick look at something. Is there I think there's conveyor belts. No. The equivalent of conveyor belts in this are called chutes. I don't know what these umbilical chutes are. What's that for? Not quite sure what there's a bunch of umbilical. Have we got umbilical? What is all this umbilical stuff? Power umbilical, liquid umbilical? Is that something to do with the rockets? Constructible in rockets, true. Yeah, it might have something to do with rockets. I'm just not sure. Chutes. Shites. No, chutes. So you've got different types of chutes. You've got inlets, just chute valves. What does that do? The chute valve will stop the flow of materials when set to close, and when set to open will act like a straight chute. Okay, so it's just an on and off switch, for a chute. Chute straight, chute junction, chute corner. You've got one with a window so you can watch stuff go through it, which is pretty cool. You've got splitters, so a flip-flop splitter, a digital valve, a chute export bin. Oh, what's this? That's the flip. What's that? Digital flip-flop will toggle between two outputs using a specified ratio. For example, setting the dial to 2 would allow 2 items to pass through the primary output before flipping to the secondary output. Yes, oh, that's interesting. What's the digital valve? Digital chute will stop the flow of materials when set to close, and when set to open, it will act like a straight chute. It will automatically close after a certain number of items have passed through. Huh. So there's all different applications for this stuff. There's just a normal flip-flop splitter here. It just toggles between two outputs. But for time being, we're not going to be utilizing that. We're just going to be sitting manually stuffing ingots into this and outputting onto the floor. And I think we'll just put our, so that goes like that. Let's just turn that there. Yeah. There we go. Yeah. So ore goes into there and ingots come out the back. So what do we need to complete this? How's our food going? We're pushing it. We're pushing it with our food. All right. Let's have a little nibble, shall we? We'll need to take our helmet off again to do this. Open helmet. Unlock. Open and eat. Just stuff it. Stuff it in your face. Yep. Alright, thank goodness for that. We'll move this that way because we do get warning icons coming up in the top right. Which would be handy to see. Now we also will get warnings when our waste canister is at a certain pressure. And we have no more room in it to expel our used CO2 into, or the created CO2 that we have in our suit. So we have to occasionally expel this. And we don't want to do it, especially when this area is set up. We don't want to be just expelling it into the room. We'll probably want to set up some kind of thing, because again, this is good. We want to keep this because we can utilize it for our plants. Oh, the lights just went off. The sun just went off. Stop doing that. It's like a earth eclipse going on. Right, what do we need here? Put that back. Put it back in my trousers. Put it back in your trousers. Oops, daisy. We probably want the drill. Maybe the drill. What is it? Welding torch. Okay. And iron sheets. Iron sheets. Yep. Okay. Now we need 4 cable coils. You can see there, the welding torch creates, I'm guessing it creates CO2. I'm not entirely sure. Cable coils. Like that. And then finally we need welding torch and 2 plastic sheets. Stick them in there, plastic sheets and the welder. And there we go. Oh no, it's not finished yet. Screwdriver is required to finish construction. So there's quite a lengthy construction process for some of these machines. There you go, there's the auto lathe. Looking good. Looking good. Let's put this back. So now we have our power generator, our area power control setup, a battery charger, arc furnace, and the auto lathe. Last thing, yep, is 1 solar panel, which is not great. It's fairly shit. I don't know if there's even any point in using it, but we'll quickly hook this up, hook the wires up, so we're at least getting something out of that. This way, yeah. Down. No, actually, can we change that? I don't want to run it in front of the window, because that'll look horrific, because aesthetics are something, you know? We'll run it along there. And down here. Yeah. Down like that. There we go. Down. So we can't see much of this. Can we just... What's going on here? Like that. Yeah, there we go. So that's that connected. I think we just need to connect this. That's the power there. That's the power there. We can do a straight one here. Yeah, we can. Beautiful. Right, everything. Oh, no, this one. Beautiful. We're all set. Batteries. Where did we put that? Oh, we put it in there. All right, time to put some coal into the generator. So we'll stick it in. Now, we should be aware of what I said earlier. We should, if we're not using anything, switch off the generator. We could probably automate that. There is, I wonder, there is a data port on there. I wonder if we can detect whether or not a generator, because it's always creating power. What did it say? What did it say? Solid fuel generator, while operating the device, will output its maximum power regardless of whether you've captured it or not. So what kind of signal could we look out for that would tell the generator that nothing is utilizing the power? Well, we'll think about that in a minute. We're getting ahead of ourselves. We're getting ahead of ourselves. Let's switch this on. All right, this is quite a loud machine. Now you can see there it's creating a lot of carbon dioxide. It's flying out in all directions, but it's not inside, so that's good. But we should, if we turn this on, get the crowbar, open this joker, and flip the switch. We've got power. So you can see that we have a working door. That's wonderful. And we have power to our autolathe and power to our furnace. Nice one. Right, I'm going to take a quick break. I'd advise anyone that's been stuck in a chair for too long to go and have a walk. And you can enjoy this great song, The Ballad of Orpheus. It's going to become my song, I think. Really, really enjoy it. Anyway, thanks for sticking around. I hope you're enjoying this game, which was voted for by the people, for the people. Thank you. Thank you, Clara Camille. Thank you. Oh, so good. Sumptuous. Absolutely sumptuous. Love it. Alright, thank you, Clara. Alright, take that down. Alright, we're back. Geez, time flies. It's 10 past 10 already. Alright, we're back. One thing you'll note in this game is that there's not a lot of sounds, really. Right, we can see here this battery cell is charging. So we have indication of this running because we can see the gas. So I guess if we don't see that gas anymore, we know it's run out of fuel. I want to, in the long run, capture, because we don't. What we're not going to be doing is utilizing this forever, but we want to capture all this carbon dioxide that it's spitting out. So we probably want to house this. Let's pick this up. We want to house this in a room of its own. That would be ideal. I know it's dark. I'll put my light on for you. Alright, so if we look at F2, what's it saying? We have built auto lathe and arc furnace, we've built a platform, we've built a room, basic power setup. What have we not done? Oh, we haven't fully constructed the solar panel. We need to put glass in the solar panel. So let's go and grab some glass. Let's put this back at the moment, we don't need it. Glass. It took me a while when I first played this to understand that I actually had a jetpack with fuel. There we go, let's get rid of that one as well. So we can dismiss these complete ones. Smelt iron in the arc furnace and fill a room with oxygen. We don't have any iron yet, so let's go and grab. We do want to fill a room with oxygen as quickly as possible because we don't want to keep opening our helmet to eat and drink, even though that's what we're doing at the moment. 4 and 5, we've got 28% of water. Alright, let's open our helmet. Alright, just that's done. Refill water bottle, right, we've run out of water. But we don't worry, we do have lots of other water bottles. We've actually got, if we go and look in this, in here, we've got a water bottle bag. If we go and look at, not the hydroponic supplies, we've got a whole water tank there, that's full of water, that's full of oxygen. Where's the supplies? Are they in here? The survival supplies, yeah, so there's another whole water bottle package there to keep us going. Meantime, but we've got a water bottle filler somewhere which we can put in here. Let's go and grab some. Actually, let's go and grab switch that off. Swap our belts over. No. Swap our belts over. Let's take the canisters off of here. Take our oxygen tank out. Whoa, there it goes. We just grab that. Take it closer to our base. Actually, we're just going to stick it. Have I lost my mind? I can't see a thing. Yeah, that way. Let's go and put this in the room. At the moment. Just dump that down there. And let's go and grab some iron. So we'll swap our mining belt. Now I'm pretty sure I saw some iron somewhere around here. There seems to be some good deposits around. Now we can see already, I'll give you an example of what's going on here, right? We're out, this is no longer generating any power. The APC is a battery charger, as well as, you know, like creating subnetworks. This battery is powered, so this battery is actually powering everything at the moment. So this, it's like a, you know, what do you call it, a UPC? Well, until the battery's out of power. So what we could do is we can stick that in there, and straight away you'll see that's working. If we just switch it off time being though, we're not going to waste this coal, because we're not utilizing anything right now anyway. That battery will run out, but big deal. Big deal, big deal. Let's go and see if we can find some iron. The other thing, we don't want to wander too far away from our base because you can get lost. You've got little holes in the ground like this. It's pretty cool. You could make an underground base if you wanted. That's nickel. Nickel. No, I was saying that word to myself the other day when I was playing this. Nickel. I used to work with a guy in Scotland called Nickel. It's not a name you hear in Australia, Nickel. Because you get Nicole, it's a girl's name, but Nickel is a guy's name. But it's not. I don't think I've ever met a Nickel in Australia. All right, see, that was a very small vein of iron there. It doesn't appear to be anymore. You can see that this drill has like a very limited sensor, so it's telling me that there's more iron straight ahead. But sometimes I think that the kind of voxels that surrounded a piece of ore have some data in them of what ore they were touching, so that can sometimes be a bit misleading. But that's not a whole lot. That's cobalt, isn't it? Yeah, it's not a whole lot of iron immediately. So let's venture a little bit further. This looks like iron over here. I love the gravity. You can do big floaty jumps in this. Let's grab this, because iron, we're going to need a lot of iron. We're going to utilize iron quite a lot. Any more iron here? What did it give us there? Fill the room without refill oxygen canister. Oh yeah, our oxygen is running a little bit low. And there's an easy way to initially fill our oxygen canisters with oxygen from that tank that we have. There's a bit there. Any more? Yeah, there. You know, when I saw it down here somewhere. Yeah, here. Nope, might just be completely leading us up the garden path. All right, that's enough. So we must keep our eye on that oxygen canister. We're down to under 1,000 kPa now. But we can go and start smelting some iron, make some iron ingots. I really want to start getting that CO2 that we're using, creating from the generator, stored soon. Alright, so we go and whack. You can just drag things directly from inventories like that. We'll switch that on, then we start to activate it like that. Better go and turn the generator on because that battery won't last forever. There's some iron right there. Blind as a bat. Blind as a bat. Might as well dig this up. Don't want to create too big a hole right next to our base. That's okay. there. It seems to be indicating this. So what was it? What was that? So we smelted the iron. Was that done? A little bit more here. Right, that's a big hole we just made next to our base. It's quite quick at smelting iron, the furnace. If we watch this, you can see, we activate it, you can watch the grams of iron decreasing. So this is really quick at iron. It's not as quick at, with other ores. Right, that's still burning that coal. We'll grab, switch that off, put it back, grab this. We'll just stick this into the battery charger straight away. Now, fill a room with oxygen. Refill water bottle, refill oxygen canister. Let's grab the water over here. Give us the wrench. Beautiful. Grab that. Just dump that beside the oxygen. Alright, so that's created all of that. We'll stick in this 50 as well. So we can see here 29 and 29. You can't split, unfortunately, you can't split the ingots. Oh, it's that guy again. It's this guy in chat again. Oh, God. Mr. Boner, Mr. Righteous of the Boners. You can have a look in the auto lathe. You can have a look at the list of things you can make in here. There's quite a lot. Astrology sheets. What is an astrology sheet? Astrology sheet. It'd be good if let me just put in sheet. Astroloy sheets. Right. Astroloy is one of the other ingots you can make. You can see here basic ingots are copper, iron, nickel, silver, hydrocarbon, silicon, lead, and gold. Then you've got alloys once you get a furnace up and running, and then you've got super alloys once you get your advanced furnaces running. Which I have not created yet. I hope you're well, Boner. Hope you're well. Hope your life and wife are working. There we go. Beautiful. Now we're going to switch that off. We're going to go and quickly turn off this.
Air tank low.
Okay, air tank is low. Right, we do have 9 ores still in there. Good, we're not wasting it. I never thought of switching off the power generator in my other save. So let's go and refill this air tank. I think, have we got any more air tanks? I don't know if we do. I don't think so. No, airlock supplies, electrical supplies. Let's go have a quick look over here. A little more iron there, that's good. Hydroponic survival supplies. You've been playing Guardians of the Galaxy, and you're going to start Metro. Metro is such a good game. You've been doing all right. That's good to hear. Guardian of the Galaxy, how's that? How is that? What have we got here? We get a lock. Oh, we got a locker. Container mount. let's grab some of this stuff here, because we can utilize this. Cereal bars, portable air conditioner, which we'll use at some point. But let's grab this. And air canister wise, we'll have to quickly do without some oxygen whilst we fill it up, because you can stick the air canister in here. Just want to go and dump. Just go and dump that there. 50. What did I do with the other iron ingots? Where did I put it? Where did I put the other iron ingot? We had 229. I lost my mind. Did I? See, this happens a lot. This happens a lot. You just lose stuff. I did have another iron ingot somewhere. Did I put it in my pocket? I've got no idea what I did with it. But we had 229. There's a 29. There's a 50. What did I do with the other 29 gram ingot? Did anyone notice what I did with it? Because I didn't. Oh, God, I've got a bad memory. It just feels, it's alright. Very limited gameplay, but team banter is great. The story is alright too. Interesting. Eidos and Montreal. Which Metro are you playing? Because there's a few Metros now, but even the original Metro is just phenomenal. I think I've got the remastered version. I've got the original one and the remastered version. Such phenomenal looking games, and just, you know, made by Ukrainian software company, development company. Can't remember. Where did I put my other iron ingot? Doesn't really matter. Let's quickly refill this canister. I'm gonna have to do without air for a minute. Right, whack it in. Studio behind the new Deus Ex. Oh, okay. Let's see. Right, let's unload some of this stuff here. So what we've got container mount. There's 5 container mounts, so this is pretty cool. We can take these. Let's just dump this down there for a second. Go and grab some frames. I've got, yeah, go and grab 5 frames. What do we do? We put them along here. Yeah, let's just put them along here. 5 frames. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that'll do. Put them back. And then iron sheets. We need the welding torch. There you go, beautiful. Then we can mount these. Put that back. Metro Last Light Redux. Yeah, nice. Yeah, that's the one I think I was playing recently. Last Light's the... I can't remember. You've got Metro 2033. Is that the... Oh, I can't remember the names. Metro 2033 is the first one, isn't it? And you've got Metro Exodus. There's a few of them now. They're all very good. And then we can go and grab these. And we can actually put them on here like that.
Hydration critical.
Oh, hydration's critical. Okay, whatever. I'll do that. I think that's okay to do that there. We can grab one of these. And then I think you can just dump it on here and get your wrench out. You connect it. There you go, beautiful. That works now, doesn't it? Yes. Lovely. Lovely. We need hydration. So we need... You can see up here it's telling you hydration is running low. We're still at 18% and falling quite fast. So if we go and grab the water bottle bag, we can unpack one water bottle, put that back, grab that. We need to open our helmet.
Pressure critical. Oxygen
Quickly.
critical.
Yeah, no, come on, come on, come on, come on. There we go. We can just whack that water bottle in there, time being. Ah, it's your first Metro game. Oh, I'm excited for you. They are so good. Very beautiful looking games. Are you a player of Stalker?
Caution.
I'm on waste tank. Now, see, you can see my waste tank is at over 3000 kPa. We need to eject that. So you can see here down the bottom. You can't see because that follower thing's in the way. Pull it over there. Pull it up here even. We can open it, and that reduces. That just evacuates all the CO2 from that. So we're good again. All right, hydration's good. Food's pretty good. That's great. So we can go and put the rest of these on here. And then we can just line up our boxes, be a bit tidier with our approach. Stick that one on there. We completed Dishonored earlier. Yeah, Stalker's such a good game. There's a new Stalker coming out soon. It's very exciting. It's going to be great. But we finished Dishonored earlier. You'll be happy to hear. And you'll be happy to hear I completed it in high chaos mode. Now, I don't know if the high chaos mode added to the fact that there was 1 billion enemies in the last level. But I was very satisfied just to complete the game. It stayed actually 50 minutes around camp where a guy was playing the guitar in Stalker, and this is the only moment in life I wanted to light a cigarette. Is that funny? So good though. It was so good, even though like the graphics of that particular Stalker weren't exceptional. Shit, my power's low. No, it's not. 50%. Can I change that setting? Power low. So where is it? Power low. Power low. I wish I could do it so it was less than 50%. Because 50% is not that low, to be absolutely honest. Grab this. Keep forgetting what direction the base is in. Now, well, high chaos is bad ending. What do you mean? Well, I'm not going to ask because I probably will play through Dishonored again, attempting to be better now that I kind of know the levels a bit more. I'm going to dump this here, and also I've been told the DLC for Dishonored 1 are very good, so I do have them, so I'll probably play them as well. Yeah, why can't we say power low and my battery's like at 30% rather than 50%? 50% is not low power. Not at all. Oh, get it in there. All right, go wrench it up. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Look at that. That's pretty cool. We can just open all these up now. Look at that. We're laughing. How's this going? Yeah. This outputs, what does it output? the solar panel flat. Solar panel flat. That outputs. Where is it? Where does it tell me? Basic power usage 0 watts. Yeah, but you don't tell me what your maximum. Not there either. Solar panel angled. 45 degrees to the ground. I need to do some testing to see whether a 45-degree angle one is... Well, I guess what you would do is you'd have a row of 45-degree angled ones, a row of flat ones, and then a row of 45-degree angles in the other direction to get the best kind of optimization of them. DLC is good, yeah. We'll come back to Dishonored again. As I said earlier to chat that I'm not the kind of person that can just play the same type of game all in a row. I need to have a break from it. Dishonored was, don't get me wrong, it was very good, very enjoyable game, Alright, our battery's at 46. Right, we've got all of that set up there. So we smelted some iron, even though I'm missing some. Oh, that's right, I was getting some of these things out of here. What else is in here? A locker, which I quite happily take a locker. So we'll unpack that. And I'd like to make a locker. That takes 2, I think. Oh, can I put it there like that? Oh, that's back to front. What is it to deconstruct locker? That is the drill. I was right. Let's try that again. Locker that way. Is that sticking out of the wall? It is. I need to bring it one forward. There. There we go. That's better. Now we can place some stuff in here. We really are trying our best not to die. That would be good. This is the tables. Now the table, I'll just put beside the locker. Now there's 16 different tables here. There's some cool designs. What's that? There's a bench, counter style bench. So some of these are powered because you can put things like computers on them or docking stations and things like that. Stop it. I will berate you whilst you're taking a piss, boner. 20 colony sims in a row. Yeah, but at least they're slightly different colony sims. I don't 20. He's such an exaggerator. Clanfolk. I played Clanfolk. What did I do before that? Can't even remember. What do I want? What do I want? Bench, high textile. That's pretty cool. What else? Yeah, let's go for the high textile. Oh, that looks groovy. I like that. We're not going to run anything to that yet. So the tablet. Let's have a look at the tablet, right? Yeah, there's no network in it, and we no card in it. So we'll put the network analyzer in it. All right, so this is the way this works. So you can look at things with this. For example, you can see so look at this battery. Oh, no, get rid of that box. Battery's sitting at 46%. It's okay because nothing's really using it up. No. Back to this. And you can look at a cable and it will tell you exactly what's connected to that cable. So you see this is cable network 1683, and then anything beyond this APC is a different cable network. So this whole cable network is 1684. And then you can see what is attached to it. The potential, like if everything was being powered, that's your potential. And the actual that is getting delivered at the moment is 10, because that's just for the door. So you'll see that will be using this battery. So if that's sitting at what, 45%, so that's powering the door. I don't think it matters if we use the door. It's just a constant tick of 10 watts that that's using. Oh, sun's coming up. I've survived 4 days without it dying, everybody. It's fantastic. Right. So, refill water bottle. Now, there's one thing we have over here to be able to do that. So, if we look at hydroponic supplies, I think we've got, where is it? There's a water bottle filler, right? We've also got fire extinguisher. There's the iron ingot. Hi, found it. Oi, there's no glass. I haven't. Oh my god, I haven't put any glass in these front windows. What an idiot. Let's go and put let's tidy up a little bit. I knew I would have put that iron ingot into some stupid space in a box. Alright, so that's our current iron. Let's get some glass to complete these windows. That's ridiculous. Glass sheets. Can't believe that. I would have set up my oxygen in this room and gone, what's going on? Alright, glass sheets. In you go. In you go. Alright. Now what else was in this? A microwave and an egg carton. Now we're not going to open that egg carton because as soon as we open that or unpack it, we will lose the eggs. What's the mining charge? I wonder what the mining charge does. I've got no idea. Hydroponics, water bottle filler. Right, we want to take this water bottle filler. And can we can attach to the window, that's good. Is that the right way around? It's upside down. It's upside down, isn't it? Yeah, it is upside down. We haven't refilled the water bottle. We just created a water bottle filler. What if... Let's put this over here at the moment. Did we switch that off? No, we didn't switch it off. How do we undo the water bottle filler? Is it that? Hand drill. Okay, hand drill. And then put it on right. Electricity. I guess we want to put it right with the... Yeah, do that. Actually, put it on here. Yeah. Can we put it there? Beside the locker? Yes, do that. Okay, now we've got an empty water bottle, so we can put that in there. We can get to the switch. To hook this up, we need... Where is it? the pipe utility. Yeah, or is it that? No, it's not that. It's this portables connector. So we put the portables connector here, like that. Yeah. Then grab the water tank. Dump it on top. Then we'll grab a wrench. No, we don't want to destruct it. We want to actually put this in here. I want to get this on here. Move. Get on there. Go. No, there. Right, will that work? Yeah, connect it up. There we go. Now we've got pipes. So that is two inputs. Inputs are the same. They're inputs and outputs. I don't understand the difference between them. If we go and have a look at portables connector. Portables connector. Doesn't really say that. Just says connections, pipe input and pipe liquid input too. What does that mean? One's at 0 and one's at 1. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. I think we can use any of these connections. So we need to go and grab the pipes here. And then we can run let's do it left, shall we? That way. And up. That way. Along. Down. And there. Then we should, no, we need to power it. Put these in here. Grab these, should be enough. Just grab the wire cutters, stick them in there. Oh, that's not, no, we're not powering that. What am I doing? Powering this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. No, that's wrong. That way and that way. Now, will this work? Oh, it's because we've got no power. We do have power. What is the issue? Now again, we can look at the network here. Oh, no, actually it's not network for this one. If we change this to the...
Hunger caution.
Yeah, whatever. The Atmos extractor. We can look in pipes. We can see there's nothing in there. Even though there is 89 litres of liquid in there. With 99.9% of it being liquid and 0.069% of it being gas. Why? What is it? We need to do something. Can't remember what it is right now. The liquid doesn't just automatically flow, I don't think. We can put that down there. There we go. I can't remember. We need some kind of pump, I think, to pump the liquid out of there into there. I love it. It says currently flashing an error. What's the error? What is it? Can't remember. All right, it doesn't matter because we've got lots and lots of liquid. All right, so we've done that one. Refill oxygen canister. We've done that. Why isn't it? Oh, we've got to dismiss it ourselves. So we did that. So fill a room with oxygen. To do this, it's not the most straightforward of things. We need to create oxygen in order to fill this room with it. But then we need an airlock as well. Otherwise, we're going to be wasting oxygen every time we open this door. So before we fill this room, we need to put together the airlock. To do that, we are going to need some more building supplies. What's the time? It's nearly time to call it a day, but let's see if we can get away with this. Right, we'll put one frame here, one frame here. And then that way. Then iron sheets. We've only got 3 iron sheets left, so that means we have something we need to do. We need to create some more iron sheets. I don't think there was any more in the box, was there? Oh, we need to change our battery. We should have. Was there another battery in here somewhere? Anywhere? No, we've used it all. That was in here. Let's just swap this over. Iron sheets. Was there any more iron sheets? No, there wasn't. So we need to create some. So first things first, we need to go to our generator, switch her on, and then we can set up the auto lathe. We'll grab some iron ingots, grab that, whack our iron ingots on this side. When you look at this, it tells you the contents of what you've got in there, and then we can go switch her on, search for iron sheets. There we go. And then if you look at that, it tells you need 1 gram of iron. Let's not get into realism here. I know 1 gram of iron isn't going to make a whole iron sheet. Welcome back, Bonner. But that's just, whatever. So we're going to just start outputting iron sheets like there's no tomorrow. So we'll make. Let's pick them up as we go, so we're not just making a mess. 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, that'll do. Now another thing just popped up there. 2 more things have popped up. Build more machines, more craft benches, electronics, a hydraulic pipe bender, and a tool manufactory, and build a stacker. Now that's talking about chutes and stackers for your auto lathe. So that means you're not just outputting things into a massive pile on the floor. You can actually output it into a conveyor, into a stacking kind of thing that will, you can dictate how many you want to stack. All right, let's dump that in there. We need the welding torch, like this. Lovely. And then we want iron walls, iron frames, iron walls. Arthur, you stop bruffing. Now, what I'm going to do here is we're going to put, yeah, we're going to do a solid wall there, a solid wall there, and a window here. And then that's going to be the other door there. And then the Arthur, stop it! Goodness gracious! Where was that other door? No, it's the sensors door. And that door. For this, we do need to change a couple of changes. So that door is going to go like that. You can actually make, what is this a minute? Airlock doors. Like that. What does that take? It needs gold, copper, and steel. I don't know if there's any difference between. Let's have a look. Let's do it this way first, and see what the difference is. Welding torch and plastic sheets. We need to put some. We do need some iron walls on top as well. So let's just go iron frames, plastic sheets. Where's our, have we got any iron walls left? I don't think we've used them all. Where did we put them? Where did we put them? Did we swap them with, yeah, we put them here. We did. We need to put them up top. We'll make them as windows. Window. One there, one there, that one there, that one there. That's pretty good. So we need glass. Pull this back. We need glass sheets. We're playing this, Boner. We're playing Stationeers. We had a poll earlier. And we had 3 votes to. We had 100% of votes go towards Stationeers. Oi, Arthur, stop it. I know you'll be happy about that. Delighted, delicious. All right, there we go. Now we're encompassed. What do we need here? Plastic sheets. Plastic sheets and a welding torch. I don't know how plastic and welding works together, but crowbar, 2 glass sheets. What do we get there? Make your room atmosphere safe to breathe. Yes. You weren't here for, well, whose fault was it that you weren't here? Not my fault. It weren't my fault. What did we need here again? Crowbar. Switch that off. Crowbar. There we go. Right. We want to, well, open this first. You're null and void. What are we doing? We want to dismantle this door here. What is it? No, what is it to dismantle it? Has it got to be a... It's got to be... Yes, that hand drill. Where's my drill? There. And wrench. inch. Oh, Arthur, stop it. Lovely. Alright, so we pick these up. We want to face this door in the other way. So that way. No, 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 no. Oi, 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 oi. Is that the right way? I don't want, no, I don't want it that way. Right, try it like this, like that, yeah. That's the way. Those are plastic sheets, aren't they? Yes, they are. That gives that. Crowbar and 2 glass sheets. Crowbar. There we go. So now we can hook up. We want, no, that's hydroponics, which we're not looking at. Not looking at that either. Airlock. We need another, where is it? Oh no, where are you? Electrical. Yeah, another area power controller. Stick that here. Actually, get the wiring going first, which is going to be here. No, I've run out of cable. I know there's a whole bunch of cable here. Whole bunch of cable here.
Hunger critical.
Oh, I'm so hungry right now. Okay, wait a minute. Calm down. Stop running into walls and stuff. Come on, get a cereal bar. Just calm down. Alright, open up and eat.
Pressure critical.
Yeah, 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 we can deal with it. Alright. We're good, we're good. Yeah, calm down. Alright, we want to hook up a number of things. We need a console, we need an active vent, a console, and a sensor. What's that? Console, active vent, sensor. So we want to put this here. Console. Console's going to go here. Like that. Active vent. Like that. And a sensor. It's going to be a gas sensor. Yeah, like that. Motion gas. That's one. And we can hook all this up. I think like that. Like that. Oh, I can't remember if that's right or not. Oh, excuse me 1 second. I will be right back. Okay. Just saying hello to the wife. Just came up a late shift. All right. Let's see if I can remember how to do this. That. This one. Yes. Oh, that was that direction. Like that. I think that's right. That looks good. I like the little wiring It's like a bit of a mini game in this. 1, 2, 3, and then that. And there. That's all wired up. I think we probably need to join, yeah, these up. So we'll put the wire snipper in here. And then that means go like this. If we go like that, and then that one. Yes, that looks good. And then we want to put an APC power in here because we don't want to lose power. So we go like that, and then you just got to figure out the keystrokes in this. Some people complain that it's very fiddly. But it's not really. Once you work out, it's fine. We can lever this open. And then we'll just run this around to, we can probably just take it right through. We can't put it through the door. Can we? No, we can't run it past there. Okay, so we need to go around. Look at two. We get plenty of cables left. That way. Because you can run the cables through walls in this game, which is pretty cool. You don't need to worry about. There we go. So that's powered. That's powered. Now, so this is an active vent. We need a couple of passive vents. How's everything going? 90% food, 23% water, 62% in that. Let's see. Airlock supplies. So we need to put this. So that is an airlock. What is that? It's airlock. So you got, what's that? Experimental. Don't know what that is. This is like a circuit board for an airlock. So to enter setup mode, insert the board in the console along with a data disk. What we do need to do, so if we put that in there, we need to put a glass sheet on top. So that makes the console. And then we need the data disk. Yes. Labeler. No, we need the passive vent as well. We'll take that. We'll just stick that in there. We need the pipes. Stick that in there. So passive vent will go. How's this going? Probably need 69%. That's pretty good. Switch this up. Yeah, hydration. Let's go and grab another water bottle. Actually, we've got some left over here. some left over here. Grab that.
Pressure critical.
Just
Oxygen
shoot that.
critical.
There we go, that'll do time being. Well, that's sticking out the wall a bit. I suppose that's okay. I suppose it's okay. We need to put this passive vent in here. How many? Oh, yeah, we've got 20 of them. Let's put the passive vent on the wall here. Like that. Then we'll run piping. I can't see the pipes. Oh, where did the pipe go? There. So we'll do it this way. And then that way. It's gonna go. Can't really see. Oh wait, no, we can. Oh, that's perfect. That way. And then down. I think. Yeah, like that. So that connects that and that. Yeah, that's good. What's that dog doing up there? Close that, close that. Now we need to stick a data disk in here, if I remember rightly. Switch it on. Now we need to, oh that's right, we need to rename some of these things, which you can do with a labeler. So we can rename that to glass door exterior. And then we'll do this one to glass door interior. Now there is a what is that dog doing up there? There's an order in which to press these things. I think it's exterior sensor vent interior. Oh, that looks right.
Power low.
Then we take that out. Ooh. Ooh. Right, what does the emergency override do? Can't remember. So that's kind of, I think, set up now to work, but because we don't have yeah, we can't force that open at the moment. So what we want to probably do is undo that. Can we? Oh, we can't force it yet. Right, we can just do that at the moment. Yeah, right. Okay, cool. If we do this, cancel that. Cancel. No, that's not quite right. Cycle to exterior. That should open. Something not quite right. That's okay. That's the kind of setup we need for the airlock. Something like that. But we've come a long way for one session. We've come quite a long way. And we're going to call it a night there. That is, yeah, 11:23. Thank you once again for being around on stream. I'm going to save this, quick save that. Beautiful. Done. Yeah, so it's been a great stream. We completed Dishonored. And we started a Stationeers run, and this is going to be tough. It's going to be tough. I don't know if there's an end game as such, or I think the end game is basically to build a rocket and leave this, body. But we'll see. I need to do some research on what the actual end game in this is. And probably after we finish this, we will come back to Dishonored, and we'll do the DLC for Dishonored 1, and then eventually we'll get onto Dishonored 2. And maybe it'll be a bit better. Maybe. Probably not. Because I'm just not that good at games. And that's okay. So, until next time, I'll probably get back to my normal schedule after having that 2-week break. So that means we'll be doing some more Clan Folk on our weekday stream, which will most likely be Thursday, and we'll be back at this again on Sunday. Nightingale would be a great multiplayer game. I think it would probably shine a little more. I think with Nightingale, I really want to build it, like a really nice homestead as well, but I've only kind of touched the surface of it so far. I'm about to go to the next parallel dimension in it. I think that's my next phase that I've hit in there. But it's a beautiful looking game. The character creation in that game is stunning. I think because it's Unreal Engine 5 it's running on, and it just looks amazing at max settings. It's very, very cool, and just the style choices in that are very cool as well. All right, well, listen, have a great rest of your weekend. Those of you that have some left, and those of you that don't, listen, it's Monday. It's okay. You'll be okay. Until next time, have a good morning wherever you are, or maybe an evening, or a good night, or any of those kind of time phases in between. But most important of all, look after each other. See ya.